Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 1357F. It's a Tier 7 French light tank. It's located on the north spawn of Ensk Encounter, and it's under the command of the BassmanFromHell. And we've got a whole series of replays by the Bassman. This one comes from 2018, yes. Client number 1.003 to be precise. And when it first came out over 2 years ago, it was nearly 2 years ago actually. Well, he's got a 57mm gun with 8 shots in the magazine. He's capable of doing 90 alpha with each shot. Just missed out the chance of getting a shot on the enemy there. Pulled away before we could fire. I think that was a 5916 we were watching there, Chinese light tank. Now, seeing as it's Ensk Encounter, the enemy tanks and us have all spawned in the field. I say spammed in the field, but yes, they have actually. Difficult to see the enemy. Oh, that's a nice target. He tries for 2 hits, but only gets the 1. It was a high roll anyway. Now, I call my AMX 1357 the Murder Kitten. It's so cute, but it has a rather deadly gun. You can just sort of like circle jerk some enemy and spam them to death with the 57mm. It can even go through the sides of tanks like that, the Oho. But it is tier 7, so you will see some serious opposition on times. Possibly even tier 9, so... But it is a premium. Now this one is the reward tank. You can tell that because it's got that mark around the outside on the turret. He's just trying to get spots on the enemy at the meanwhile. The enemy are actually defending in strength. He's reloaded. No, can't get shots on the enemy, and he has been spotted. Needs to pull back before he gets hit. And it looks like the enemy is actually coming up the railway lines, so maybe he needs to think about... Yeah, he is going to do that. He's going to defend the railway lines now. There's not a lot he can do in the field for the moment. Leave it to the Wizzy and pull back. In fact, the Wizzy's coming with him, and that's probably the smartest move because there's a T-43 coming up the line. Yeah, there he is. Now, can he finish him off? There's a wreck in the way. Fires one, blocked, but he starts getting some hits. Oh, he got a fire! And takes out the T-43, but he needs to reload straight away and also get out of line of sight of the enemy down the other end of the map. And he reverses up to have a quick look. Can he see someone? Yeah, there's somebody over there. In fact, they're behind that wall, and he can just see the rear end. Oh, took her around from the AMX 1375 on the enemy team. That's the tier 7 French non-premium with a 75mm gun. Well, the team seems to be going through the town rather than the field, and we've sort of like abandoned the field to the enemy. There's only a couple of our teammates over there. And, oh, well, a T-150 moving up on our OI. Can we get shots from here? Yes. One in through his side. He needs to move forward if he's going to get any more shots or change his angle. Oh, we just lost our challenger. Go for the T-150 again though. 2 shots in. Or is that 1 shot? I think it may have been just 1 shot. Okay, he's going to go through the town. And he's teaming up with the Wizzy 132, the light tank. So 2 lights together. With 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. This is going to be difficult because it is Encounter. The enemy's in force. They've got the field now. And he's saying follow me. So, yep. I think he knows the way to deal with this. 2 tanks working together, especially one with the fast fire rate of the 1375. And Bassman's reloading to have a full mag. He's got it. You can make a big difference. Okay, first kill goes to the Wizzy 132. He takes out his opposite number. Now, the other end of this street, there is another enemy tank, and he's looking this way, but we can just now... And he's aiming for the engine as well, trying to get the ammo rack or the engine. Oh, didn't fire that last round, but I think the enemy was about to shoot. I just got to sit here for a moment, reload. Okay, we've got another enemy there, which is a T-150. It's the same T-150 he shot at earlier. And he's loaded, ready to go. Wizzy's just behind him. There he is, Minky. Is this your Minky? Ooh, T-150. Don't want to stay in front of that gun too long. One shot bounced, the other one went in. He's following Minky, sort of. Blue Widow is actually engaging the T-150 at the moment. And this how Minky, being a little Minky, comes up behind the T-150, blasts him out of existence. Okay, follow this Wizzy. Now the enemy actually is all over the place. There's some up north, some down south. In fact, oh no, there's a Jagdpanzer 4 directly behind them. They're going to get seen as they cross the line here. Okay, he's reloaded, and this time he's loaded APCR. One shell short on the mag. Can't go that way, so it has to go around. Okay, that's the OHO. The OHO's around the back side of that building, so we can't hit him. The pipes are in the way, so we can't do anything about that at the moment. But he can come in behind, and you need to hurry because Minky's actually starting to engage. Comes out round the corner, and 3002D, and he's got to fire again. It's the second fire he's gone. He's got 4 shells left in the mag. Here comes the OHO. Thank you very much. We'll have your side. And 1 shell left. Yes, he puts it in, but unfortunately he can't get the kill, but the Wizzy can. He's very appreciative of that. And there's that Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer 4 couldn't get a shot on us because the OHO is just so big. That wreck's providing us with cover. So he's now driving away whilst keeping the Jagdpanzer clear in his sights. So him and Minky are actually doing a good job because they've got it back to level again. It's 2 versus 2 now. But are they changing direction? Well, that's the Tiger P, the Tiger Porsche. It's not showing up correctly on the headers actually, it's just giving the name of the player. But he's going to come up behind him. Hello! And he's just literally shredding his rear part. He couldn't get all the shells in, and now he's got to reload with standard ammo, AP. Unfortunately, we lost Minky. He was killed by the Jagdpanzer 4. So it's now down to Bassman to win the game. But the what we do know is the Tiger P is badly damaged. The Jagdpanzer 4 did take some damage, or has taken some damage. So it's not a full-on conclusion that the enemy's going to win. And in fact, actually, the fact is that the Tiger P is fairly slow, and the Jagdpanzer 4, well, it's not the best traverse of all the tank destroyers, but it is fairly low. The thing about the Jagdpanzer 4 is if you shoot at the front, you take out the engine. If you shoot at the back, well, he's got some time before he can turn around to face you. So I think that what Bassman's going to do here is he's going to approach from a direction they don't expect. When they were last seen, they were out in the field. Will they still be in the field in a few minutes' time? I don't know. I think that they might try to go for the cap now and force him to come to them. If they stay in the field, they're asking for trouble because he's got the view range on them. And of course the camo qualities because he is a light tank. No sign of them so far. And they are capping, yes, that's what I thought they would do. Okay, two ways to approach this. Go through the railway yard or the railway lines and poke through the gaps and shoot at them that way. Or to actually go out one of the corners or one of the lines of sight and shoot at the enemy, because there's no place really you can hide in that map or on that cap without actually being seen. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to go use the railway lines to poke through the gaps, see exactly where they are. So he's just... Is he going to back up? No, that's going to be into the building. You haven't got forever. Backs up. Can't see them. Okay, that means they are on this side. Has he got enough time to go round? He has. It's an encounter. He could go round, but he's going to turn around and just poke out the rear end of the vehicle. Plus, of course, he can scoot forward really quickly. Auto aims on. Doesn't get a hit. Goes for the other one. He took a round. He gets one reset. Okay, gives him more time. Go for the reload. He couldn't get the pen on the Jagdpanzer 4 because of he was shooting at the front. Now then, they know that he's actually going to be coming around this way because they saw him depart from that direction. Now the smart move would be to go all the way around and try and shoot from the south. If he goes this way, he is going to get rather close to them. There they are. One in. He gets a reset. He did take a round, but he can finish off one of them. And now the Jagdpanzer 4 comes towards him, but it won't be able to beat him because he can run away before the Jagdpanzer 4 can get within range. Oh, be careful. Jagdpanzer 4 is chasing him. One in, two, three, but he can't get the kill. But he is very low on hit points now. He's down to just 183. And he's reloading. Now, what is the Jagdpanzer 4 going to do? You see, he's got the view range. The Jagdpanzer hasn't. And if Bassman can get far enough away from the Jagdpanzer that he can't see Bassman coming, then Bassman's going to get the first shot. Either that or he can set up an ambush position and wait for the Jagdpanzer to drive into him. But he can't afford to take a shot from that Jagdpanzer 4, and there he is! Cheeky little Jagdpanzer decided to go up high, and now that's sort of like exposed him. One round, two, three, kill shots. Very well played, Bassman! Bassman wins. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did in this one. Well, it's an ace tanker for the Bassman from Hell from the AMX 1357 GF Grand Final. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He ended up with 10. He got an arsonist. Well, in fact, he got it twice because he set fire to 2 of the enemies. A duelist, a fighter badge, and a fire for effect out of the miners. Out of the epics, he managed to get a defender. He reset the cap to get enough defense points to earn him an epic medal as well. And you can see this replay, 26th of April 2018. Yes, I do apologize for it taking so long, but there are just so many clients that went through, and there are still a number of players who are waiting replays from quite some time ago. I will try to get through them as much as I can, but of course we do get more replays sent to me each day than I can actually possibly do. And of course, since the members did want me to only do at least only 5 a day, or at least they said 5 a day, the thing is that if I put up more replays, they don't get as watched as much. If I do put up 5 a day, I'm not going to keep par with the number of replays coming in, so I'm always going to get some replays that get delayed, and this was one of the ones that was delayed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get the highest damage in the game, and he should have got the high caliber in this game. 3,540 hit points of damage. He saved his team. He won the day. He and the Wizzy132 Minky, they worked incredibly well actually as a partnership, and they were going around tearing the enemy to shreds. 7 kills between them, which is just shy of half of the enemy team. When it came to kills, the high scorer was in fact the T34 on their team. He got 5 kills, Bassman got 4, and Minky managed to get 3. So between them, that team managed to kill 12 enemy tanks. So if they'd actually platooned together, these three, they would have got a crucial contribution as well. But I suppose at the time, they didn't think about that. When it came to base XP, it's definitely Bassman with 1,533 base experience points, 1,208 to the Wizzy132, and these were the only two players to get over 1,000 base. 54 shots fired, 46 direct hits, 38 penetrations. He was having difficulty penetrating some of the shots with standard AP, and that's what a lot of players find with the 1357. You can get penetration, decent penetration with the APCR, but with the standard AP you don't. But the APCR is more expensive, so if you run a 1357 on solely APCR, you will make a loss. If you run it solely on AP, you will get a lot of shots that don't pen, and you need to balance the amount of ammunition in the tank to give you a little bit of leeway. 3,540 hit points of damage, of which 179 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits, all 4 of them were penetration. The armor on this tank is very, very bad indeed, and that's why shells will just go straight through. But it's why this tank is so fast. He actually did 84 hit points of damage to his own allies, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. Yes, he must have fired a round which accidentally hit one of his own teammates, and this was back when team damage was in the game, and therefore if you hit one of your own teammates, you instantly lose your high caliber, and that's still applicable today. Even though you don't actually do any damage to the enemy, or to your teammate rather, you will still lose your high caliber if you accidentally hit a teammate. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 565 hit points of damage assistance. He managed to get 88 defense points. He only needed 80 for the defender, or was it, no, the 70 for the defender, but he got 88, so he more than qualified for that one. On a premium count, he earned 97,410 credits, but 807 were deducted because he did accidentally hit a teammate, so his total 96,603, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away a profit of 45,391 credits. He received 2,300 XP, got 460 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,760 altogether. So 2 light tanks bring back a game that team were losing badly. They were losing, and they were going to lose if they if they didn't work as a pair. And it's nice to see that somebody actually gets the bright idea of actually, hang on a sec, these enemy are coming up the railway lines, we need to defend them. And then the other tank says, yeah, let's go and deal with that flank, rather than defending a flank which basically had already, well, they couldn't do anything on in the field. So yes, very useful map awareness there, actually deciding to go a different way, and it all worked out rather nicely. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching. The next Bassman replay will be coming up very shortly.